entrants onto the field. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Clemson Tigers taking on the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Canes will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the... entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Clemson is quick to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going up top on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will take the field for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
To throw, it's Vic. He's got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point was good. So it's an 80-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work. And the Clemson at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Just plowing ahead. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. Oh, he got loose. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He breaks a tackle. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He caught it. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. 3rd down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball, and that's exactly what happened. Now,
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Cincinnati overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Bearcats tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Handoff from the gun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up the 5.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Makes his connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They'll run it from the gun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. IndyCar tempo as the ball pops out. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage. Him at the 21. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Got his man quickly. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on first down from the 43. Looking to pass. It's Vic. Steps away to find some room. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Line gets set. First down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on first down from the 40. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. And now they take the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. On the move. Gets it past the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
This is a designed run. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
To the air, it's Vick. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the form.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of...
Picked off! And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Breaks the tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the counter. Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to run for it. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I like a decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Fires complete on the crosser. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
But trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
Trying play action. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cade!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play in the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He makes the catch, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Offense set on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pinned just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. They're trying to get to it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field.
Third down coming.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Miami.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.